It's Wake Up Worlds Groups Day 2. Team Liquid lose to Machi Esports in a surprising upset. It's a tough day for NA as TSM go down 0-2 in the group stage. G2 versus Suning, one of the greatest Worlds matches of all time? And who will be our player of the day?
Taking all the damage now, Mystic shot over the wall, Perkz with the follow-up, able to find the kill. SOFM still alive, but he's down to 1/3 HP. He goes in, he's looking to steal the Drake, but he will not be able to do it. Here's a losing hand, buddy. Jankos ends up grabbing the kill, facilitated by Caps, and G2 will take the Elder Drake.
An angle. Inspired looks like he wants to try to go for this steal. We'll see if he can find it.
Fire going in for the 50-50. Is he going to be able to do it? Looking to maybe take down the Baron. No, he will not. Nagari gets the kill.
Wherever TSM, they can't get there in time. Bjergsen dive bombed in with the Stormbringer and BDD punches him to death. The Zillions down by a boss. And next on the menu is the Mystic shot. Finds its mark. Double it, trying to dance around as much as he can, but it's a double for Ruler. And Gen G have broken this game wide open.
Day 8 of the World Championship is in the books, and we're here to break it all down. It's Wake Up Worlds. Welcome one, welcome all to NA Sucks at Worlds. Can you see the look on Tyler's face, everybody? Do you see the look of a man dejected and sad and crushed? It's like Ralph Wiggum on The Simpsons. I can pinpoint the exact moment that his heart broke. It was probably about 10 minutes into that TL Machi matchup. Maybe sooner. Maybe a little later. But we're going to get to it. Is that a sigh of a defeated man, Tyler?
Oh, when my bosses came to me and pitched me a daily world show, is like, okay, we know you love going to Worlds, Tyler. You know you've been to the last 4 Worlds for us. You gone to China and South Korea and Europe and traveled all across America, and you've been to all these World Championships. But we can't go this year because of COVID and the bubble. So why not? Let's just do a daily world show where you can have a daily world show where you can share your thoughts and have fun and, you know, be happy and make some jokes and make some memes and, you know, smile and laugh for all the fans out there. And we are 2 days into the main event group stage, and I'm dead inside. I am dead inside. I am sad. I only feel pain, and pain is my existence. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Why do I like this? Why do I cover this Forsaken region? Why do I tweet about them? Why do I try to, like, pump these guys up? Why do I saddle myself to a region that is destined to fail over and over and over again, where I take these small victories over teams like Legacy Esports, where I'm like, oh boy, Team Liquid beat Oceania. We're going to the moon, boys. We're going to the moon. And then every year we go against real teams from real regions like China and Europe and South Korea, and I'm embarrassed, and I am attacked on Twitter, and everyone puts the Peepo Pog memes, and they all laugh at me, and they say LOLNA, they say you're delusional, and they laugh at me. And here I sit, Arda. We are 2 days of the World Championships, and the PCS, the Asia Pacific League, they killed the LMS. They literally destroyed the LMS, and they made this random league, the PCS, combining into the Southeast Asian region. They cut their representatives in half. There's only 2 of them here, and they are 1-2. And one of those wins is over North America, and North America is 0-4 through the first 2 days of the tournament. And I don't think we've won a team fight. I don't think NA has won a single team fight in these first 2 days. We don't have a win. We don't even have a team fight. I am in so... It hurts. It hurts. And I just have to sit here, and every day I go on Twitter and I talk myself up, and I sleep, Arda. I go to sleep after the show ends, and I wake up rejuvenated thinking, maybe this is the day that North America turns it around. Maybe this is the day where my optimism, my boyhood optimism comes and shines, and things happen, and things change, and Team Liquid and TSM and FlyQuest bring me out of my misery. But each night, I come back here and I have to regale the tale of terrible, terrible things as thousands of Twitter trolls with anime avatars laugh at me, Arda. That is my life currently. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. I just want to. I'm not laughing at you. I promise. I'm not laughing at you.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the gravity of the situation. So we don't have much to talk about today, folks. It's going to be a very light show. Maybe a couple things here and there, but okay. Let's get into it. Let's
get into it.
Let's try to take our emotions out of this and understand exactly how we got into this position in the first place. So let's start with Machi. They upset Team Liquid. It was definitely a big upset. And one of my esteemed colleagues, who may or may not be on the show with me, said on Twitter it was one of the worst NA losses in World's history. Just laughable. How did Team Liquid get into this position?
First off, I want to say it's not one of the worst NA losses in history at Worlds because it's Machi or it's the PCS. It's not because they're a Asian Pacific team. Machi deserves a lot of respect. They played a great game. It is more down to what Team Liquid didn't do in the game, where it was very, very boneheaded mistakes in the early game. It was a lack of initiative. The draft had no engage. Yet here is how my day went, Arthur, or my night, or my work day, or whatever you want to talk about this in this forsaken time where I wake up at 8 p.m. at night and watch these games in Shanghai, wondering why this is my life. Team Liquid drafts this Lane Kingdom. They go for Lane Kingdom, just like they did against Legacy Esports, the Oceania teams, like in the play-ins, where they're going to dominate in the laning phase. They're going to snowball Broxel and the Graves. They're going to do what they did to Legacy Esports and beat them in 20 minutes by just rolling each lane, getting Rift Herald, taking over the map, and just stomping each and every position possible. And out of the gate, I'm a bit hesitant. Machi's better than, Legacy Esports and most of the teams that Team Liquid played in the play-ins. But no, I was wrong, Arda. I was wrong because in the first few minutes of the game, it's Tactical and Core JJ on the Caitlyn Lux Death unit, the kill lane that Team Liquid specifically chose with their last pick in the draft to make sure on red side, to make sure this is the draft they wanted so desperately. And you know what? They locked down a kill. The Caitlyn, the kingpin, the queen pin in this situation gets the kill, and she's ready to go off, and everything looks great, and I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, here we go. Team Liquid is going to continue their business-like attitude, pick up a win against a team they're favored against, and on we go. Not more than about 10 seconds later, we zoom over to mid lane, where Gemini, the jungler of Machi, ganks our dear friend Jensen. And
then
Jensen has flash. He has flash. He has flash already. He has flash. He has flash. He's gonna flash away. He's gonna flash into tower range. He's fine. He's gonna survive. He's gonna have to play safer in the mid lane. He's gonna have to lose a bit of CS. He's gonna play safe, but he'll survive. He's gonna flash. We're gonna have control on the bomb side. We're gonna get the momentum. We're gonna snowball that bomb laid lead into a dragon. Then just it's the plan's perfect. But you know what? Jensen doesn't flash. He gets killed. That lane just goes to complete and utter mess. Mission, their mid laner, just takes over the game on Syndra, farms up a Storm, and those small leads of Machi through that one instance and some other mistakes like Impact dying in top lane, Machi just didn't let go. They had they actually had to engage in team fighting prowess, so they didn't have to push the issue. They just kept on going as they should have been. They should have scaled. Where Team Liquid's win condition was taken away from them. And instead of trying to make something happen, instead of trying to press their advantage, maybe try to do something a bit tricky or something out of the ordinary to try to get back in the game, to snowball that advantage back into their side, they just waited. And they waited. And they waited. and they waited, and they remind me of senior year in high school when I just waited for someone to come by so I could ask them to prom, and it never happened. And just like that, just like Team Liquid, I sat there on the sidelines, sad and alone, and just like me, Team Liquid was sad and alone, no engage, nothing to do. They just waited till the death sentence came, and Machi chopped off their heads because there was nothing Team Liquid did the entire game to be proactive. And they couldn't because they had no engage. Their main engage tool was a Lux binding. Hoo-wee. Wow. It was just so disappointing from top to bottom. And Team Liquid's better than this. And I think they're a better team than they showed. And Broxah, I interviewed him afterwards, and we're going to play a clip of that later on after we talk about NA's entire day at Worlds. He was frustrated. This was a game that Team Liquid needed to win, and they knew that. They knew if they were going to get out of this group with Suning and G2, after seeing what G2 and Suning put on in the match after this one, this was a match that they couldn't lose, and they did. Now their backs are already against the wall 1 game in, and they need an upset in their next 2 games to really have a legitimate chance of making out of this group. So it was a horror show for Team Liquid, and it all came down to just these small mistakes. It's these early mistakes where if Jensen flashes and saves himself, sure, he's going to lose out on mid priority. He's going to get pushed in. He's not going to be able to play out at all. They're going to try to re-gank him, but he still lives. But these just small instances just put them behind, and this Team Liquid had no opportunity to pull a trigger. They had no engage, and it was just like it was watching a slow death, Arda. By the 20-minute mark, I knew it was over because they had no real opportunity to really, use their composition properly anymore because their win condition of just snowballing the lanes didn't work out. And the worst thing is Machi actually did like 2 50-50 Barons, which could have given Team Liquid the win if Broxah could have stolen the Baron, and it would have been really, really hilarious, and I'd be laughing about how Machi threw away almost a certain victory because they just took 50-50 Barons like no one else is doing in this tournament. No, we have not seen 50-50 Barons at all outside of the Machi game. But as North American does at Worlds, they disappointed. No Baron still to be had on this day, and Team Liquid fell to Machi in a slow, painful death. And even though I do think Team Liquid has a lot better to be shown, this was the one game where they could not afford to lose. If they did this against Suning or G2, you could write it off. You could say they can come back next time. They still have, an easier match to come up with. But this was supposed to be the easiest match. No offense to Machi. They might even be better than Team Liquid. That might also just be the fact. For Machi and the PCS might just be better than the North American League of Legends right now. And if you tell me that and you believe in that, I can't argue against it. So that was the first heart sore in the heart today, Arda, and it really is. It was a great opening to the day. I was so excited for more League of Legends action after that game.
Take a breath, my friend. That was a long monologue. You deserve it.
I'm so sad.
Jensen definitely wants a reincarnation after going 0-3 today on the day, and there is a. Can we put hearts in the chat for Tyler, please? Can we just try and cheer him up a little bit? Do you mind just do me a favor and just let's put some hearts in the chat? I'm actually going to put one in right now. Just give me 1 second, Tyler. There's a heart in the chat for you, okay?
Man, that really turned my frown upside down, Arda.
We're trying here. Hey, you're getting a flood of hearts. That's nice.